What's going on, YouTube, and welcome to a brand new series here on the channel. I'm really excited for this one. So, today we are officially starting a brand new series called Creative Kingdom. This is going to be my Diamond Lion creative world, and we are going to be creating whatever I want to create. And I'm really excited for what I have to show you today. I have a um, very exciting project, and I've made theme parks in the past, and I've made big structures and things like that in the past. But we are starting a new venture here, and I really wanted to start fresh with something that I've really been taking the time to do really nicely. I want this to be just the best version of everything I've ever created. And today, obviously, you could see we've got this main kind of, you know, I guess it's kind of a lake area. And for what I have in store to be around this lake is really exciting. And you can already see off in the distance, basically the first building that I made in this creative kingdom. And this is the hotel. And this is a hotel that is very important because you go through the gates of this hotel, and obviously you get into the hotel, which is in the upper levels. But once you go through these doors, you're also entering a portal somewhere else. And that portal somewhere else, obviously it's not fully finished yet. You have your elevators over here. You have your pool area, right? The little rec hall, your hot tub, your pool. That's all going to be there. Um, you have your kind of main atrium here, right? And then it's going to take you to what is going to be a theme park. And this is the entrance to the theme park. So you have your hotel, which leads right to the amusement park. And this is sort of like I definitely took inspiration from Disney on this one. This is kind of the main gate you're going to come into. You're going to go through security, and then you're going to go into the park for the day. And you could kind of see what we've done already. This is kind of the main entrance. This is going to be a subway system that takes you throughout the entire park. And the theme for this park is it's kind of interesting. So what we're going to be doing is this is all going to be sort of a recreation of New York. And it's going to be New York Street. And obviously you have your subways in New York. And even though this architecture doesn't necessarily look New York themed, everything else I have in here is going to be a lot more of like a New York City apartment building type of look. I really just wanted this to be kind of a transition building from what we have here and what is the hotel, and to kind of segue you into what's going to end up being the rest of the park. And you're going to have sort of your Main Street USA, right? You have your the upper half of the theme park here, kind of funnels you down. You go past all these shops, all these attractions and things like that will have in these buildings. And then you obviously have your kind of hub area, the hub that's going to spoke off into different lands. And I have an idea for some of the different lands that I want to build here, and I'm really excited for that. But it's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take a little time to kind of get to that point because I really want to work on this front area. That's why I haven't posted a video yet on this. I've been working on this now for about a month. It's been about a month now. It's taken me a long time to get even to this point. And that's why I didn't really want to make a video too soon, because if there's not enough to show you guys, right, it's not really worth making a video telling you what I want to do without having something to kind of visually look at. So now that we've got a couple structures up, right, we have the basic, the main buildings here to kind of open things up. And I'm really excited with how this turned out. It was definitely something different than I'm used to doing with this type of build. Because the copper, right? The copper is kind of a messy game because some of it oxidized, some of it did, some of it didn't. But that's all just kind of part of it. So honestly, I love how this turned out. It's a very clean look. It feels like this might be just kind of empty here, but it works, right? Like it seems empty, but I think the simplicity in it with how kind of decorative the roof is, it actually works out pretty well. Um, Obviously, we're going to be adding more theming here, right? We're going to be putting more, floral and bushes and things like that in these little areas here. I'm going to have a couple of little like ads, right? And signs like that are going to go in here, kind of like welcoming you into the park once we get to that point. Like I said, this is going to be sort of the train station, the subway system that takes you throughout the rest of the park when everything is starting to get built up a little bit. And yeah, this whole part, I mean, you're gonna have your stroller pickup. You're gonna have that blue back there is actually backstage. So this is gonna be kind of like you're gonna have a gate right here, which is gonna be kind of the entrance to the backstage portion of the area, right? So you're gonna have the backstage for the shops and stuff like that. That's probably gonna be a kind of employee cafeteria or something like that. So that's going to be something like that up there. You're going to have another kind of area here, which maybe could be a good spot for further expansion in the future. So you're going to have that, right? I'm really already plotting out sort of how much room I want to give to each of the lands and things like that. And really coming up with a deep concept for these themes. And like I said, right now it's hard to look at this because there's just not a lot here yet. But I mean, if I just showed you just this part, right? You kind of look at these two buildings next to each other, like I think that's a good idea of what we're going to be looking at the rest of the way, which I'm really excited for. I've been building Minecraft things for a really long time, and so far with what I've done just with this, the expectations I have are extremely high for the rest of this build. And obviously I plan on making other things, but I think starting off with the theme park as kind of the main lore to this creative kingdom and kind of branching off from there, hopefully it inspires you guys to come up with other concepts and ideas for your own creative kingdom. And that's what I'm hoping to achieve with this channel, is making new content and inspiring you to want to play Minecraft, right? Because I feel like that's the best thing with Minecraft is when you watch YouTubers that are playing Minecraft and they're making things that inspire you to want to jump back on and play. That's the goal, right? And hopefully I can do that for you guys here on this channel. So that's going to do it for our first kind of look through on everything. Let me know what you guys think down below if you have any ideas, because like I said, I have a ton of ideas, but it's just kind of waiting to get everything off the ground and going. But once it does, this place things are going to be moving pretty quickly. So stay tuned. I'll hopefully be posting another video next month, and we'll kind of move on from there. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel as always, and I'll catch you guys again on the next update.